Hi everyone, I'm Law of the West, and this video is going to be about the F7X Mark II Hornet. And this version of the F7 Hornet was first seen in the Squadron 42 footage that was shown during this year's CitizenCon. It was piloted by Cal Mason and appears to be a unique variant that's flown almost exclusively by the members of Squadron 42. The F7X has a very specific build that trades off firepower for maneuverability. Its loadout is slightly lighter than what the standard military-grade Hornet has, but it uses that extra energy to maximize its speed and agility. Its weapon loadout consists of 4 size 3 FL-33 laser cannons on its turrets, and it has 2 wing-mounted size 3 Mantis Gatling guns. This weapon mix gives it the best overall options when it comes to armor and shield penetration, and being able to switch between these two weapons groups on the fly allows the pilot to maximize their damage potential. The ballistic weapons are less of a drain on its energy reserves, which allows the capacitors to channel more energy into the laser cannons. And the weapons that they pick for its loadout has a rate of fire to power ratio that perfectly complements the abilities of this ship. And everything about it has been min-maxed to peak performance levels. This variant has 2 insert wings that are set in the middle of each of its main wings, while the main wings maintain their swept wing variable geometry, which is used for quantum boosting. It also replaces the standard single engine design that the traditional Hornet has for a pair of smaller independently articulated engines. These engines have a lower IR signature, and they greatly increase its maneuverability. The F7X also has a slightly altered chassis design that seems to be even more streamlined than what the other Mark II Hornets have. A lot of its extraneous angles have been sheared off, and a couple of small stabilizers have been added to its tail mount. And its overall profile has a lot more of a straight line to it. This is unlike the older model, which has a bent-up tail, and that was done to create more clearance between the tail mount and the rear engine, which runs a lot hotter than the F7X's twin engines do. This unique tail mount design makes its cross-section a bit smaller, creates less drag, and gives it an edge in atmospheric combat, and its overall IR signature is lower. So although it's only a small amount, by default this ship is harder to track than the standard Mark II F7A. And then if you add the extra speed and maneuverability on top of that, it makes this version of the Hornet the best one that you could use for dogfighting. And this series of unique modifications were handcrafted by the engineering staff that oversees Squadron 42 ships. And although these changes have been met with some controversy, they can't argue with the results when it comes to the number of ship kills that it's had and the higher survival rate that it has for its pilots. Well, that's all I have for now about the F7X Hornet, but I'll be keeping an eye on this ship and giving you more updates as soon as they're available. I've been your host, Law of the West. Thanks for watching, and take care.